Hey, this is Suzanne Evans coming to you on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all my other social media. Shout out to Jimmy Rooker over at Toyota on Winchester Road in Memphis, Tennessee, for all my vehicle hookups that I've had over the years. Uh, so I started out with an Acura MDX because it had the big back and it was the three-seater and all that kind of stuff, and loved it and took it camping and everything. And now I am really starting to really think about traveling more, as I will be 60 years old this year. And I'm my grandson's decided that he doesn't really want to camp that much anymore. So um, I'm going to be traveling all over the place instead of just local. So yeah, I went from an Acura MDX, and Jimmy hooked me up with a RAV4. Went from the RAV4 and had a Toyota Tundra, and they were all white. And then went from the Toyota Tundra to what I have now is a Toyota Highlander. Love it. It's got the three seating and stuff, and all that lays flat in the back, and there is plenty of room. So when I used to go camping, my RAV4 used to be so filled to the top that you couldn't even put a flip flop in there. So we had the tents, we had the outdoor grill. We had, oh my gosh, it was like glamping. It wasn't camping. It wasn't roughing it. I overdo everything in my life. So it was completely like everything, the old saying, everything but the kitchen sink. Yeah, well, I had my grandma's big metal or aluminum, whatever you call it, tub uh, that she used to, I guess, do fish in, or wash fish or whatever in. Anyhow, I have that. So that's my sink. So actually, I did have a sink. But anyhow, 4 years ago, I went from the tents to a camper, a 24-foot camper that I can pull behind my Highlander. It's only 3,500 pounds dry with no water. It does take a little work to set up because you have to hook the sewer, you have to hook the water, you have to turn the water heater on. It takes me a little bit of time to set everything up, and I don't want to have to do that right now. So camping, whenever I take the camper, I usually don't hook all that stuff up. I usually go to a campsite that has a bathhouse. And then I always carry my 5 gallon filtered water with me. And I do have a filter I can put on the spigot, just in case I run out of water. So all that's all good and everything. And so now I'm wanting to travel further places. So I have my atlas and I have everything that I could possibly need. I have rechargeable batteries. I have fairy lights. I have bear spray. I have mace. A, I have all the safety features. So safety is the top priority. Whether you pull in at a Love's truck stop to rest for a bit. I also have my window coverings, which are the insulated, where it's silver on one side and white on the other, and I have them cut out for my windows. And then I have a sunshade across the front. But I also have mosquito netting and whatnot, and the rechargeable batteries. I had to get some new ones, but I've got AA, and I've also got AAA, and then I have a charger as well, so I can stop at truck stops. I have a what do you call the thing? I just went completely blank. A surge protector that has about, I don't know, 8 to 10 spots in it. I just put it in my backpack, take it in to the truck stop, find a place that I can plug it in, sit there, drink my coffee for an hour or so, make sure everything gets charged up, including my tablet and my fans. I have 2 fans that are rechargeable, and they just plug in just like you would a cell phone. And I had them on today. I usually take them with me to festivals whenever I'm doing art festivals. I'm an artist at night and on weekends, but I'm a bookkeeper during the week. So when I go to festivals and set up with my art, I usually take those 2 fans with me, and they've lasted all day long. And I've plugged them in this morning at about 8 o'clock, or turned them on rather, this morning at 8 o'clock, and it is now 10 minutes after 2, and they are still running. They're on low, but they are still running, both of them, full speed. So those last pretty well. So if I ever want to pull over at your local truck stop or rest area, I know I'm safe. And I also have Life 360 on my phone, and I have people that keep up with me whenever I'm traveling, and I touch base with them as well. So just to give you an idea, I have to get organized, but I have everything set up, ready to put in Rubbermaid containers to slide up underneath the bed. I have a trifold 4-inch mattress that 4-inch, not mattress, 4-inch foam that I got off Amazon, and it is very comfortable. I put it on the floor, a while back just to see how comfortable it was, and it's really comfortable. It's a lot better than laying in the back end of your vehicle, or your tent, or whatever you're going to do. But I've hiked all these waterfalls, Cummins Falls, Fall Creek Falls, Ozone Falls, which was the toughest, I think, that I have hiked so far. It is like all boulders and rocks to get down to the bottom of the falls. It's beautiful. I love nature. I love being out in nature. So just getting down there was a very hard task for me, and getting back up was even a little bit more difficult. You can see on the back of me, I'm an artist, so I have like art everywhere. It's all over my house, all over my apartment. So safety is my top priority. So like I said, with the Life 360 and that kind of thing, and bear spray and a horn, I have everything. The next thing is make sure that you have correct footwear. So I have tennis shoes that I wear. If I go to bathhouses, I usually put flip-flops on because, I don't know, I'm real funny about my feet being where somebody else's feet are. But then for hiking, just make sure these are waterproof. But just to make sure that you have, these are Columbia's. I think I got these from Bass Pro Shop. But make sure that you have the right kind of shoes. Make sure that I don't take off or anything like that. I usually have like your essential oils, like peppermint oil, your lavender. I also have a massage oil with jasmine. It's muscle soothing massage oil. I read that backwards, but that's usually what I use, and don't have any problems with mosquitoes or anything. But just to give you an idea, here is all of my stuff that I'm going to be going through and putting in Rubbermaid, the long Rubbermaid boxes that you can put up underneath your bed. But let me turn this around real quick. There's my recliner, but there's the bed, and it's really, it's a trifold, and you just unzip it, and there it is. It's like super duper comfy, and I'll just get some sheets put on there. But then I have, this goes on top of my car. It's a rubberized mat, so whenever I do put my luggage rack, which is a waterproof cloth luggage rack, and when I strap it down on the roof, then it won't slide or go anywhere. And then I have this that has a filter in it, so on top of taking my 5-gallon, I'll take that with me too, just in case I need that, and that can go in my cooler. But I have coffee And I learned how to do this because I went camping one weekend and forgot my coffee maker in the camper. And so I made little, whatever you call it, little coffee pods, and it'll make a whole pot. But I just put twine around it. Oops. I just put twine around it, and I can just dip it in there and end up having a full pot of coffee. I just have to boil the water in my little portable stove. So let me get the top back on that. But I have lights. I have rechargeable lights. These I got off Amazon too, but they're very bright. These are spotlights, and they do different colors. But these are really handy, and they just charge up. Have batteries, plenty of batteries. My hats, and then I have this. This is a camping mug. It's stainless steel. It's pretty good size, so I can heat up soups and stuff like that. Well, there goes everything in the floor. But then I have my 2 thermoses and my little backpack that I can put my water bladder in. I also have my bigger backpack that I can put everything in for longer trips. But then this is what I put all my watercolor stuff in for travels and stuff, and I paint. So that's my me time. And then I have this is my phone holder for whenever I want to make videos, and it's telescoping, so it will go down to where it's only about a little bit more than a foot tall. So all that being said, the necessities and things that I take, with your salt and pepper, and I take powdered milk. I like my cereal in the mornings. So I do take powdered milk and the little Crystal Light little things. And that way I can just put it in my water. Coffee, told you about the coffee pods. I also like my protein, so I use this in the powdered milk. It works out really well. But the fans that I've got, I'll show you a picture of these. They're just portable fans. They're rechargeable. Got them off of Amazon as well. That one is, it will go down to about a foot tall. And then I have this one, and it clips on. And it is really neat. And the air is still blowing in it. But it's a good sized fan. So anyhow, and my cooler, I am in the process of putting the insulation around my cooler. There's also a video that you can see that has a way you can insulate the cooler. You can drill a little hole in it and put that foam insulation in it, and they tested it out, and I haven't personally tested it out, but they tested it out, and it kept ice in there for, days. So I've got an old cooler that I'm seriously thinking about trying that and seeing what it does before I do take a trip. I don't want to buy a refrigerator. I don't want to buy any of that kind of stuff. I just want to take what I've got. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And I don't mind the drives because I love seeing all the scenery and whatnot. And it's just going to be my adventure. And I will hopefully continue to be able to do this. For the last 2 years, I haven't really been able to do a whole lot. I've had, I don't know how many different surgeries, 4? 4. Trying to get into my kayak, not my inflatable one, but my bigger fishing kayak. I stepped in, kayak moved, and poof, I completely ripped my left ACL completely loose, and they had to replace that. And then a couple of months after that, found out I had cancer. Had to have that surgery. I'm good now. And then in December, right after that, I fell in my apartment when I was wrapping a painting to ship to a friend in Florida, and I stepped on a piece of parchment paper. And y'all have seen the comic thing where it is the banana peel. Okay, that was me. That was me. And I landed with all my weight on my left elbow. Thank God it was just my left arm. And crushed my elbow and broke my arm in 3 different places. Had to have surgery, had 15 screws put in, had this big metal plate down the front part of my arm. And I'm so skinny. Anyhow, I lost 60 pounds during all this time. And I'm 110 pounds soaking wet. So that thing that they put in my arm kept sticking out. The screws, you kept filling the screws. It was very painful. So a year after that, this past December of 2023, I had to go in and have another surgery and have that removed. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, a lot of pain again. And now I am just now getting back to where I can do something. So I am calling it the Artiful Adventure. So for the next few years, I am going to be documenting and doing a journal and the whole 9 yards. So don't know where I'm going, but I have an atlas and I will figure it out. So hopefully maybe I'll see some of you on the road. But until then, I am organizing and getting ready to go. So love y'all. Bye.